They told me ink was for scripture. I used it for sin. Every letter I wrote to him was another lie to God. Every word, another crack in my vows. The other sisters sleep peacefully in their cells. I lie awake, fingers stained black, heart racing like a hunted thing. Tomorrow they'll find the letters I hid beneath the altar stone. Tomorrow, everything burns. But tonight I write his name one last time, just to feel alive before I'm condemned. I wasn't born for this life. I was born in silk and summer gardens, the third daughter of a duke who had too many mouths and not enough sons. When the plague took my brothers, my father made a bargain with God, one daughter for divine mercy. I was the payment. They brought me to St. Agatha's when I was 16. Stone walls so thick even screams couldn't escape. Windows too high to see anything but sky. The abbess stripped me of my name, my hair, my mother's ring. "You are Sister Marguerite now," she said. "You belong to Christ alone." I learned the rhythms quickly. Matins at midnight, lauds at dawn, copying scripture until my fingers cramped, porridge that tasted like penance, prayers that numbed the tongue, but I couldn't forget him. Sir Tristan, my father's youngest knight, the boy who taught me to read maps by candlelight, who slipped me books of poetry when no one was watching, who kissed my hand the night before they took me away, not like a knight to a lady, but like a man saying goodbye to his heart. "Wait for me," he'd whispered. "I'll find a way." 3 years passed, 3 winters behind these walls. I stopped believing he'd come. I stopped believing in anything but the weight of stone and silence, until the day I found his letter, tucked inside a shipment of candles, sealed with wax the color of blood. My name, my real name, written in his hand. I should have burned it. I should have walked away. Instead, I broke the seal and began my fall. They separated us at dawn. Him to the dungeons beneath the abbey. Me to the stone cell where they put sisters who'd lost their way. No windows, no light, just darkness and the sound of my own breathing. For 3 days, I waited. For judgment. For word. For anything. On the 4th day, the door opened. Not the abbess. My father. Older. Grayer. Looking at me like I was already a ghost. "He's gone," he said simply. My heart stopped. Dead? Banished. I gave him a choice. The noose or exile across the sea. He chose to live. His mouth twisted. "For you, apparently." I should have felt relief. I felt only hollow. "And me?" I asked. "You?" He laughed, bitter as winter wine. "You're dead to me. To God. To everyone who ever knew your name." He turned to leave, then paused. "The abbess offered to keep you, lock you here until you rot, but I'm not that cruel." He tossed a bundle at my feet, peasant clothes, a few coins. "Disappear," he said. "That's all the mercy you'll get." I left that morning. No bells marked my departure. No prayers followed me out. Just silence and the weight of everything I'd chosen. I searched for him. Every port, every ship manifest, every rumor of a scarred knight heading across the sea. Nothing. Maybe he made it to distant shores. Maybe he thinks I'm still behind those walls. Maybe he writes letters to a woman who no longer exists. I'll never know. I work in a scriptorium now, far from home, far from God. I copy texts for merchants who don't ask questions about women who can write. Sometimes my hand slips. Instead of scripture, I write his name in the margins. Small, secret, like a prayer to something I no longer believe in. They told me choosing love over faith would damn me. They were wrong. The damnation isn't in choosing love. It's in living after love is gone. I still write him letters. Long ones, short ones, angry ones, tender ones. I tell him about the rain, the work, the nights I wake up reaching for him. I fold them carefully, seal them with wax. Then I burn them. every single one. Because some prayers aren't meant to be answered, and some loves exist only in the space between what was holy and what was human. He taught me that faith and love could not share the same heart. He was wrong. They can share it. They just tear it in half, and I've been bleeding ever since. The wall was rough beneath my hands, cold, unforgiving, like everything else in this place. I found the loose stone he'd written about, third row from the ground, beneath the dying ivy, pushed until my fingers bled. It gave way, just enough space to crawl through, just enough to damn myself. On the other side, moonlight turned the grove silver, empty. My heart stopped. Had I mistaken the night? Had they taken him? Then, movement in the shadows. Marguerite. His voice, real, here. 3 years dissolved in an instant. He stepped into the light, and I forgot how to breathe. Broader than memory, a scar across his jaw that wasn't there before. But his eyes were the same, still looking at me like I was worth losing heaven for. "You came," he whispered. "I couldn't—" My voice broke. I couldn't stay away. He crossed the space between us in 3 strides. His hands cupped my face like I was something holy, something breakable. "We have to go, now. I have horses. Tristan." The voice cut through the night like a blade. We turned. The abbess stood at the wall's gap, flanked by 2 sisters holding torches. Their flames made her eyes look like hell itself. "Sister Marguerite," she said, each word precise as a nail. "Step away from him." I didn't move, couldn't move. Tristan's hand found mine. "She's coming with me," he said. The abbess smiled, cold, knowing. "She's already gone, Sir Knight, the moment she chose flesh over faith." She raised her hand. More torches appeared along the wall. Too many. We were surrounded. "Did you think we didn't know?" She pulled a bundle from her robes. Our letters, all of them. Every blasphemous word, every lustful confession. My knees buckled. Tristan caught me. "Let her go," he said. "Take me instead. I corrupted her. No. I found my voice, found my spine. I chose this. Every letter, every lie. Every prayer I didn't mean because I was too busy loving him." Silence. Even the wind held its breath. The abbess stepped forward. "Then you know the price." I did. Excommunication. Cast out. Dead to God and family alike, but alive, with him. "I'll pay it," I said. "As will he," she replied. "The Duke has already been notified. His men ride here as we speak, for the knight who defiled his daughter." The world tilted. My father, coming to kill the man I damned myself for. "Run," I whispered to Tristan. "Please, run." But his hand only tightened around mine. "Not without you." "How touching," the abbess said. Then to her sisters, "Take them both." I didn't burn it. I pressed it to my chest until the parchment memorized my heartbeat. Writing back was madness. But madness felt better than emptiness. I stole parchment from the scriptorium, mixed my own ink from berries and ash, wrote by moonlight while the others slept. "They tell me you are dead. Prove them wrong." I folded it small as a prayer, slipped it to the merchant who brought our wine. "For Sir Tristan," I whispered. "Tell no one." He took my month's ration of bread as payment, worth every hungry night. 2 weeks later, another candle shipment, another letter. This time, longer. "I'm in the northern garrison, disgraced but breathing. They say you took the veil willingly. Tell me that's a lie. Tell me you still remember the garden, the poems, the night I taught you to dance." My hand shook as I wrote back. "I remember everything. I remember too much. I wake to bells but hear only your voice. This veil is a chain. These prayers are empty. I am empty, except when I write to you." We grew reckless. Letters came hidden in flour sacks, tucked between wine bottles, sewn into fabric shipments. I learned the merchant's schedule better than the liturgy. Started volunteering for kitchen duty just to intercept deliveries. Sister Catherine noticed first. "You smile during Vespers," she whispered. "What are you hiding?" "Nothing," I lied. "I've found peace in prayer." But there was no peace, only his words burning through my veins. "I dream of stealing you away. Tell me you dream it too. Tell me God means less than this." I wrote things that would damn me. I mouth your name during communion. I imagine your hands when I light candles. If this is sin, I choose it. I choose you. Each letter was a small death, each response, a resurrection. Then came the letter that changed everything. "I've been released from service. I'm coming south. There's a grove beyond your eastern wall. Do you know it? Midnight. The feast of St. Agnes. I'll wait until dawn. Come to me, or tell me to let you go." The feast of St. Agnes was tomorrow. I spent that day like a ghost. Dropped my psalter twice during Mass. Spilled wine on the altar cloth. The abbess watched me with narrowed eyes. "Sister Marguerite," she said after Compline, "you seem troubled." "A headache, Mother Abbess, nothing more." She studied me. "Perhaps you should spend tonight in prayer, in my chambers, where I can guide your meditation." My blood turned to ice. She knew. Somehow, she knew. Of course, Mother Abbess. But I couldn't go to her chambers. Not when he was waiting. Not when freedom was just beyond the wall. So I made my choice. I wrote one last letter, not to him, but to God. "Forgive me, or don't, but I can't live as half a soul anymore." I left it on my pillow. Then I took the kitchen key, wrapped my darkest cloak around my shoulders, and slipped into the night. The eastern wall had never looked so high, or so fragile.